welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Colin. On this week's show, enough ambidexterity.
Ahoy!
Wow, ahoy! That was.
Ahoy!
Are you okay? What the heck was that?
We're wonderfully fine. Wonderfully fine.
Send some vinegar and honey stat. That's what.
Yeah, I just needed more water. Ahoy! Here we go. That's even worse. It's getting bad. Sorry. I have no voice today. Hello.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. Right. Yes, it's fine though. All is well. What was it? 2 days ago? 2 days ago, it was the changing of like the seasons again, where like the wind was coming only out of the south and it was warm. And then that's the day. It was 2 days ago where it was like I could feel like I had allergies that day. And I was like sneezing and I was like, ugh. And I could feel just like everything coming on. And then the wind was like, I'm coming out of only the north now. And now it's really cold and everything's horrible. And my body went, yes. And now we will shut everything down.
Yes. I am very aware of that because yesterday was the only day this week I could go outside and dig for rock samples. And so it was just a real pleasant morning of like, freezing wind. It was really annoying too because like the air, like the temperature, like wasn't really that bad. But like the wind, oh my gosh. Like, and the wind was like cold, right? So like it was just a 1-2 punch of like horridness where it was just like,
yes,
no,
yes, it was, yeah. Because I remember checking ours. It was like, oh, the temperature is 45 degrees. It should be nice, but no, the wind chill was it was 21 with the wind chill.
Oh, so it wasn't quite that bad, but it was like 37 or 8, like down here, but it was still like. Like the air temperature was like supposed to be like 46 47
okay
like
yeah
that.
Yeah,
and then the feels like temperature was like 38.
Yeah. it was gross. It was horrible. So this is the result, because now I've been set on a path where my nose was even made to be less functional than before, which it didn't have to go far, if we're being perfectly honest. But then that was like, oh, now I really do need to mouth breathe because my nose doesn't work at all. And now my throat's dried out. And now, like,
oh no.
So lots of water today. And, and of course it was like, oh,
I have many drinks right here. I have like,
yes, I know. That's
I've surrounded myself. Well, Susan just got back. Well, the reason I had to be late is Susan was helping with the preschool program. Which, again, terrifies me as a person whose personality is small children frighten me.
Sure.
So
it's fine. It's fine.
I had to be. So she just got home a little bit ago, so we had to eat a little bit late. So that's why I'm here. But now I have like my drink from dinner, and then I have my water and my tea. So I just have all the beverages here ready to go.
I, as someone who spent 2 days this week locked in front of a computer for 8 hours straight, I sat down at my desk and I was like, here is my coffee cup. Here is my extra carafe of coffee. Here is my water. Here is my ice water. Here is my like little drink. And here's
surrounded by beverages.
I was
ready to go,
ready to learn. Let's do this. I
felt the right beverage for the right time. Like,
and then what was unfortunate was we had to do like, it was all about doing these demos of pet first aid and CPR and having to display and not just like show the instructor the skill, but we had to say like we had to do a presentation of skills to her so that she could sign off. And then I was like, oh no. I don't have room on my desk. So I'm like quickly shuffling all of my drinks like to the floor and my bookcase into the spare thing. And so for the rest of the time, I would have to like, it was this mental like fatigue of like which quadrant has the coffee in it. Is it the chair? Is it the desk? Is it the on the floor? Is it the bookshelf? And so basically it was just like anytime I was thirsty, I would just start turning my head, scanning for like what's the thing to satiate me now.
That's fair.
There we go. There it
That's
is.
Fair. This is fair. I feel like here's my I don't know. I wanted your take on this, right? So my desk configuration, right? When I like at work, right? When I have my actual desk, right? Not here, with my, makeshift, whatever. Like my actual work desk, like it's a, like work PC, mouse, keyboard, the whole 9 yards, right?
Yeah.
I like the drink on the left side.
Oh.
Right. Because right hand is like firmly in like mouse mode, right? You have mouse plus pen action happening in the right hand, right? And so drink goes on the left side, right? It's how it works in my life, right? That's
yeah.
Feel free to disagree, but like that is how.
It is really hard because I too am like, my right hand is doing too much, because also with me, it's like my phone is on the right side and my pens are on the right side. And now I put my paper and notebook in front of me. So it goes so
it's like I have like, paper keyboard. It's like above it, right?
Yes.
Like,
yes. But like, yes. Now it depends.
Or like things I'm grading here, keyboard up there, pen holder is over on the right hand side.
Yes, I've got my pens here.
Yeah.
My left side. What do I have at my desk? Oh my goodness, I'm really thinking now. Because I'm at a coffee table currently. On my I know. Why? Oh, it's crazy. Oh, and I have desk news later. So I usually my left side is where I will end up pushing my notebook whenever I'm doing more intense things. So that's usually where like notebook blank no man's land. And it is where my water goes because my coffee stays on the right side because I don't trust myself with my left hand in warm things. So water goes on the left, coffee goes on the right is what I would do.
Oh, very interesting. Very
I am not
right
ambidextrous when it comes to things.
Oh, I kind of am. Like with drinking out of my cup, I am. That's fine. I do sometimes, like if I'm doing checklists, right? Like if I'm just doing like a checklist or like I have a list and I'm crossing things off of it, like I will go like, especially when I'm like grading stuff, right? I will go mouse, right hand, pen, left hand, right? Because I can't really write left-handed very well, but like I can make check marks or strike through, right?
That's
so fair. I will like just like check off things and like click with mouse and then like type and then I will do that. I have enough ambidexterity. Is that a word? Ambidexterity? It is now.
Sure.
Take that, Dickens. There's a big word for you. Just throw that at you. That I can do that. So I will make check marks or strike through or like little things, like little marks with the pen in my left hand and continue to use my mouse and move around with the right hand. When I'm like flipping through presentations or stuff like that, I can do that.
Yes. I like that.
Because it's just too annoying to like have the pen and the mouse in one hand and like have to like that back and forth. Like it's just too much sometimes. If you're doing a lot of stuff, like I'll just be like, nah, I can make check marks with this hand. Like,
that makes sense.
They don't even turn into like real check marks, just like little dashes, right? Like chop,
done, done kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm done. Yeah. Check. It's just the uptake of the check mark, right? Like chop.
I guess I will do that whenever I've pushed because my notebook, each fresh page will typically is where I, for the day, will start and do my checklist for the day of things that I know I need to get done and whatever. And when I push that over to the left, Yeah, I will grab my pen from time to time and check those because they don't need to be very precise. It's just kind of like blah over.
Just check
there.
off the boxes.
Yeah.
Right.
It's generally done.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Also, just since this is weird things we do time, I do this thing. When I make a list, I put like a dash, right? So it's like dash this thing, like especially when I'm grading. Right? Like I had today, I had to post a note, a big list. I had to grade like a bunch of stuff, so it was like, or this week rather, not just today. So it was like you put like a dash and then write all the things. Right?
Yes.
And then when I have completed them, I make it into a plus sign.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So I'm like, ooh, boom, done. That's my other thing that I do. That's kind of weird. And I don't really know where I pick that up from, but like, that's what I will do also. Like,
I don't know where you picked that up because I too do that.
Oh, that's weird.
But I want to tell you of the other thing that you could do is when I don't get to something, I take that dash and I turn it into an arrow pointing to the right.
I do that too sometimes. Yeah.
Meaning next day. Like this is the do again, like do later because I didn't get to it.
I don't know. Sometimes I'll just move it to, I'll do that. And then I just move it onto a new Post-it note.
Yes. Yeah.
Right.
But when and
then I throw the old one away. This is migrates over to the new.
Exactly. It's the continuing, like this is the,
like I'm going to do that later. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. This is interesting.
It is very weird that we may have independently developed a similar system. That's frightening is what that is. Some call it frightening.
Some definitely call this frightening. I am. Those people's names are Megan and Susan. They're very concerned for everything right now. This is really bizarre. This is
it's very weird.
I don't know where this will require more investigation.
More in-depth research here.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Like I don't...
But I have desk news.
Oh, let's go.
Okay. So at my home, I have a little desk, and it's one that actually Megan got me when we moved up. It's a small glass top desk with a little pull-out tray for things. It's very nice. I like it's not this big honking desk.
Yeah.
I was coming into
you like a big honking desk.
So I was coming into our office in town. I was walking by the front door, came into the building, and on my left, I turned, and they were moving some furniture. And the person says, "Oh, Colin, we have this desk here. Would you like it?" Now, listeners, Brandon, what you don't know is that when you come into where the building is, there was a certain tax accountant that had the right side office.
Yes.
Our dad had the left side office.
Yes.
When Dad closed his business, this tax accountant took over the office on the left.
Okay, I think I did know that. Yes.
And kept Dad's desk.
Yo, let's go.
So I says, yes,
absolutely.
I will take that desk right now. Right, like I have to get you on a phone call in 5 minutes, but I will move this desk. Now, also, listeners, this desk,
from memory, it's quite big. Yes.
It is massive.
True. Okay.
Additionally,
I remember this was quite large.
It is heavier than the moon.
That's all wood, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is. And what I love about this, okay, so this desk I have many memories of because it is really wide. Dad was telling me it was an old lawyer's desk. So it's super flat, right? It's very flat.
Yeah.
It's a desk prior to people having computers. It is not a computer desk. It is an office desk. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I want. When I want a desk, I do not want a computer desk. I want a desk where it is miles of oak and wood in front of you and around on either side. And so we pushed this down because we didn't have a dolly.
God.
We slid it on a spare piece of carpet down the tile floor.
Nice.
And then into my office. Got it in there. Now, I already have a desk. And so now it's like, well, things are changing here. So then I spent an hour heaving and pushing and pulling and getting everything set up and getting this thing in there and checking all the drawers, and it still has all the keys and stuff to lock them and everything like that. Yes.
Those usually get lost immediately. That's crazy.
I know. So I sat at it for a little bit, and we'll be
just like, I'm imagining, here's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining sits in chair, slightly leans back, spreads out palms, drums fingers, just
feeling it out.
Pretty much what happened. Am I on the right path here?
Yeah. Opened drawers.
Yeah.
Tested them out, gave them a real good once look over,
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, when I opened up that center drawer and pulled it out, I can tell you where his pens were. Like those blue and red Pentel pens or pencils, how those sat in that drawer.
Is very in-depth.
I was like, oh my goodness. So now I don't have anything else in that room because nothing else fits. But I have a giant desk. And I am very excited about this. I am going back to them tomorrow because there are like some other pieces of furniture in there that I'm pretty sure were his as well. And I'm going to be like, yo, you get rid of that too? Because I will totally take it. So
there you go.
We will see. But that's the big desk news. But this
is pretty exciting desk news.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
This is good stuff.
But this is not the only solid piece of furniture heavier than
I saw pictures of the other one. Yes.
Yes. We have brought into our life. So our local library so we're in our library a lot.
I like how you go there so much that when they're trying to get rid of weird old stuff, they just call you now.
They do.
That should be frightening to you. Like, I know. Let's call Colin.
I
bet he'll want this.
Ancient that's furniture from the library. I wonder if Colin would like this bookcase from the 1930s. Oh, he's already picking it up. Okay, bye. Bye,
yeah,
Colin.
He already has two of them, so
that's
might
weird.
as well.
How did he? So yes, they called and they said, so they didn't call me, but I was in there and they were like, "Oh, Colin."
I just looked up your information on your card. I'm like, all right, we're gonna just do it here.
We are getting new desks and tables for the computer room. Would you like the old ones? And I was like, what? And I walked over, and there are these tables are 8 feet long by 4 feet wide, maybe 3.5 feet. And they are like thick and old, and they've got a big crossbeam that goes across the middle as the feet splay out in them. And I didn't even measure. I didn't even know what we were going to do with it. I just immediately said, yes, I want that.
And your wife said, what the heck are you doing?
She said, Colin, stop talking to them. What do you know the rules? So then like a month went by, 2 months went by, 3 months went by, and I'm just kind of being like, I don't want to be pushy because I know you're giving it to me for free, but also like, where's my free table? And in the meantime, we decided we needed a new dining room table because ours came with the house and it's never been the sturdiest thing. And in years has gone on, it's become more like, okay, no, it's been good to teach about not putting your elbows on the table because I think if everybody did
rocks back and forth like school cafeteria tables, like,
yes, it would just collapse if everyone did that. So we've been eating like very daintily on it, and finally they're like, "Come pick it up, Colin," and I'm like, "Yes,
finally, my time has come."
However, I have to make a quick phone call to my neighbor because he has a truck and I don't have this. So we go over there and they're like, oh, you can put this, you can just take this. It's up in the main floor, but it's really close to the elevator. So just take it in the elevator down and get out. And we get up there and he and I are looking at this thing and I'm like, this is not going in an elevator. Like this thing is massive. And then he goes, well, how heavy could it be? And we go to pick it up.
Very.
This is a 3-person table.
Oh.
It is, and like, I know I'm no bodybuilder, but like, I'm a big guy. He's in shape guy. We are like, oof, this is not going. So like the maintenance guy came over and was our third hand picking this thing up and getting it into his truck.
Good grief.
Yes. Megan and I, like, we get it into our house, we set it down, we decommission our old table. We like are like struggling to get this into our dining room, and it like plunks down, and it's just like settled. Like, it's one of those things, like, it just has its own gravitational force as things in the room are coming to it. Like the desk now in my office, there's technically room for other things to put in there, but they would just slope towards it if there was more items in the room. And so this thing is just like
the Einstein gravitational model, just like bending the space around its mass.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Yeah. And so it's just, and I'm happy because it's like, I'm continuing my process of bringing in like old things into my life.
True. Colin, I have bad news for you. You cannot continue to acquire large furniture at this rate and not just give in and become truck guy. Okay, you can't. I don't know how much longer you can put it off. Okay, like it's coming for you, right? It's coming. No. You don't get to be like, I'm gonna acquire this massive dresser. Oh no, it's converging. Colin, we're on a nonstop course here.
If Noah were older, I would buy him a truck so that he could drive that, and then I could use it for my stuff. Okay, don't think I have.
Classic dad move. Well, I'm going to buy this for you so I can use it.
Don't think I haven't thought about this.
Oh my gosh!
I've got this. Our future fleet is all planned out, and it's very helpful to me. However,
I already have this plan, right?
I have to wait 7 years to implement this. So
got a bit of a. It's good that you're looking ahead, but also like
I don't have. So yes, I don't know what I would have done if like the desk could have. I moved it 15 feet, and I have a neighbor, and I live 3 minutes from my library.
As far as it was going.
I know, really. It's just like, and like it's one of those. It just falls down. Yes.
Oh dear.
Yes.
That's great.
Eventful week.
Nice. Oh man. I haven't really had an eventful week other than digging up for rocks, right? Oh. But I do have some notes here, right, that I made. Because I remembered this time. Sometimes when I have a me doing nothing week, I'm like, oh, I should remember that to tell Colin.
Oh, yes.
The listeners. And then I'll say like, oh, I'll write that down later. And then I promptly forget. And so I have made a few notes of things that I have come across this week. Mostly these all fall under the category of Google is going, something wrong is happening with your Google feeds, right? I don't know what is happening with the updates, and I don't know where it is pulling these headlines from, but they're kind of bad, right? And I think we've reached the age of the internet where we're just trying to rage bait people into clicking on things.
Oh.
Right. Okay. So I have some Brandon raging at the internet and how they're wrong segment here for you. Everyone's favorite returning segment.
I always title this Old Man Screams at Clouds, if we're being honest.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's good to be consistent, right? Number one. Air fryers make better grilled cheese than a pan. What? Shut up. Get out. Right?
No.
I titled this in my notes, more air fryer propaganda. Right?
Oh, yes, the cult continues.
The cult continues.
They have to spread the good news.
They were trying to tell you how you're not good enough. Your grilled cheese is not sufficient.
Subpar.
You need an air fryer to make a good grilled cheese, not just a pan. Okay. The grilled cheese is like the most simple food of all time. Okay. Literally, you grill some cheese on bread
and
done. All right. No other steps necessary. And they're trying to make you feel guilty that you don't have
that's
an air fryer.
Well, that's what makes us so insidious, because it is so simple. It gets people thinking like, what? Like, how could it be better? And then they start to doubt themselves that it was any good. And then they start to think less of themselves. Spoiler alert for what we're going to come up here in our book soon. But like,
true.
Jeez. Like,
yeah, that's true. It does fit in with a nice classism.
Yes. Exactly. Yes. Yes, elitism here. We're all you thought you were doing fine, but really now you just need to like hate your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
You thought that a grilled cheese sandwich was just fine, but that's because you've been doing it wrong. Right. And you've been calling knaves jacks the whole time. And you didn't know that the grilled cheese actually shouldn't even be grilled. It should be air fried. Right.
Yes.
Good. So that made me angry. All right. That one made me real angry. The second thing that made me angry was one of those dumb articles, and I did accidentally click on it just for rage purposes. But it was like, signs you're middle class on an airplane. It's like, bro, what? It was like, speaking of elitism, okay, like, shush. Who cares?
That's
Mind
bad.
your business. I know. It was like the most toxic thing of all time. Okay, this is some like extreme post-capitalistic take about like how people on the airplane aren't well-to-do enough for you to sit by them. Like, ugh, turn up your nose upon the peasants. Like, it was gross. It was gross, and I don't know why Google would ever recommend an article like that to somebody, because it was awful, right? It was absolute trash, and it wasn't written well, and like
that's bad. Oh my goodness,
it was really bad. Okay. However, this next one,
oh no,
may be the most egregious take I've ever heard, and which convinced me that the internet just wants to make you angry so that you click on things.
Oh,
right, because they don't have any other way to monetize you, right? Because they need to. You're the commodity now. Sorry, spoilers. So your clicks are the only, somehow they're getting money off of this, right? And so they put up articles like this.
Oh no.
I'm not going to link the article because
we're not doing
egregious and terrible, and we're not going to give the author the time of day because, again, was this article even written very well? No, I don't think so. And I think it was probably written by somebody who's like 17. I don't know. This feels like a 17-year-old's like hot take, right? But this article was attempting to convince you, Colin, that the never-ending story is a better fantasy trilogy than The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, that is a sentence that you could say. However, okay. That is the wrongest. I didn't know that people could be any more wrong than they already were. But if you are a person that ascribes to this theory, I need to never meet you in real life. Like, I can't be in your presence. All right? I shun you. That's how this works. All right? There is no universe in which this is the correct answer. Right? Absolutely none.
No.
Like,
no, I don't even know.
Especially the film. Like, shut up, brother. What is that?
The films. That's
odd. Like,
that's what I don't like.
No way.
No, that's,
and they were specifically indicating that the film was better. Like, the film series of the Neverending Story was better.
I don't,
guys. What?
No.
What?
I don't know. I don't know how you get to that point in your life. Like, who hurt you? Ooh. Like, seriously, that is insane. Yeah, that person does not need.
Yeah. I better never cross your path, author of this terrible written article that's full of lies and wrongness, right? Like, again, it does feel like a 17-year-old person wrote this just to be like, I'm edgy and I have an edgy take that's going to incense people so they can click on my thing and they'll leave comments at the bottom, right? And drive engagement,
Yes.
which the article is monetized. So that means that because people clicked on my thing, I will get the monetization money from this, right? That's really what this is.
Yes, it is.
But it's also the most wrong thing I've ever read before in my life.
Yeah, they are very clearly trying to drive people so that they can display more ads with Google on their page and fill that up. Absolutely.
Yes. And again, I don't know, because the internet is like, I used to think that the dead internet theory was bunk, but I'm pretty sure it's just actually true. Like, right. So like that, I don't know what these Google recommendations are or where they're getting these from, but like whatever this new update thing is they have, like if you just like click on it to like look through like the newsfeed thing or whatever, it's just terrible, right? It's absolutely terrible. Their little AI like summary thing is bad, right? And the places that they're getting these are just like made up, and like nobody like, what is this? I have no idea what's happening. Well, stop it. Like, it's just bad. So this is my old man screams at clouds moment. Thank you for your time. But I just needed you to know that this is the most wrong thing that I've ever read in my whole entire life. I read this week.
I wonder if this is their attempt at like pushing back against. Is this them trying to drive traffic in the world of AI? And this is the only way they can think to do it, is having just the most outlandish, obscene, ridiculous takes and trying to get people like, is this what they're doing? Because I think this is what they're doing.
I mean, maybe that could be what they're doing, right? I don't know. I don't even know if this is a conscious decision. They could have just like badly coded something. That's also
no. This sounds intentional.
Like I know. I mean, it might be, but like, I mean, the way that like the articles and the ads look exactly the same in this like scrolling thing, like that's pretty sus. Like, it's just not good, and I don't like it, and it makes me grumpy. But also, it presents you with things like this, with things like, people might actually think. I never considered that this person might actually exist. A person that actually believes that the Never-Ending Story movies are better than the Lord of the Rings. It seems impossible to me that a person like that could actually be real, right? I don't like, just on every level that I can think of, every metric that you can measure, like that doesn't sound like a thing that a real person can think. Like, I don't.
I'm looking up. So the director of this is Wolfgang Petersen, a German film director, which explains an awful lot. Did he hold somebody at gunpoint to write this? Like, is there some like, I feel
this article could have been written by a German person, right? They're just real mad about Peter Jackson for some reason.
Nationalism, German nationalism, because we know how well that goes.
I don't know.
We know how well that goes.
Yeah, like
I'm kind of thinking that maybe they like this was. Is this seeding? Is this trying to seed public opinion? Because there's a lawsuit coming down the line of something. Like, I just feel like
I don't know. Well, again, this was like some random website. It wasn't like I don't even know. Like, I didn't like save the link to this because gross. But like, so it was just some like random website thing from somewhere. But like, it was just I was shook. I was, as the children would say, I was shooketh. I did not know what to do with this information. It was so bad. Right? Like, I was just aghast because, like I said, never did I think that a person like this could actually be real,
Yeah.
right? Like, who would actually think that? You know, like that. That doesn't seem feasible to me
It's not.
to do that.
It's
you know,
not.
it's pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yes. So there you go. There's your.
Well, that's infuriating. I need to go something.
Yes. It's quite bad.
That's
right.
Well,
So
thank you for looking at those, and so I didn't have to.
Yeah, burning my retinas.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't have anything else this week. I dug holes.
Oh,
It was great.
okay.
We haven't even looked at the rocks yet, so like, but it was cold.
Oh,
Dig holes cold. So,
yeah, I did. So real quick before we dive in here, we did go to our Tuba Christmas.
Oh yes.
Okay. And so in honor of Tuba Christmas, I have some jokes.
Oh, beautiful.
Yes.
Let's go. Low brass jokes. Here we
go. How does a sheep count?
I don't know, Colin.
One
How
ba,
does a sheep?
two ba.
Wow.
Okay. How do you fix a broken tuba?
I don't know.
Tuba glue.
Oh, oh no.
And as a brass player, you know that with all those mouth germs and stuff, whenever you are done playing, you need to go home and brush your teeth. And what are you going to reach for, Brandon?
I don't know, Colin. What am I going to reach for?
A Tuba toothpaste.
Oh,
oh man. That's we'll just stop there.
Okay, thanks, Adam.
Oh, sorry. I have another one for you. Last one.
You're not sorry. Don't lie to me.
I'm not. This is great. I wrote these down on purpose. What do you call a tuba that's made of wood?
I don't know.
A tuba for.
Oh, yo.
They're so good. Oh, yeah. Tuba jokes. These are great.
I like it.
Great. It was wonderful. It was, again, like perfect. Like, again, holiday season, people. Go watch. We had, so the record was 840 some odd tubas playing.
Oh.
This we had 430.
Okay, like halfway there, like ready to go.
Tubas. Still,
okay. That's still a lot of tuba. That is a great mini tuba.
Yes. So it was good. The people behind us were players last year, and they didn't have time to practice and get registered, so like they were there, and so I was having a conversation with them about the lackluster costumes and decorations that people had put on their tubas this year.
Oh no!
Yes, it was really funny because she was like, "What the heck? Where's all the wrapping paper? You have so much room for wrapping paper, people." And I was like,
"That's true. You have like feet of tubing. So like, where is your?"
It was like there is so many things, but I will say this year a lot of people had like battery powered Christmas lights on theirs. Okay. Although last year, one of the players had inserted like an entire small Christmas tree into the bell of his tuba. It was, and it had decorations and lights on it. That was my favorite.
Oh my gosh!
I was very happy. Heck? Was very happy about
the tuba
that.
is already not unwieldy enough that you must then stick a tree atop it.
Yes, it was great. Yeah, and the longest traveled person there to play in this was from North Carolina.
Oh wow!
The youngest person playing was 10. And the oldest person, 11. The oldest person playing is 95.
Nice.
Yes. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, so I do know that like this is a thing that like not like lots, but this is a thing that happens in a lot. Do you think there are people that like travel and do like multiple tuba Christmases per year in like different states, like North Carolina guy? Do you think he was doing like his own little mini tour? Like, I'm going to go to Kansas City. I'm going to go to like Cleveland. I don't know where else they do it, but like,
I don't
like.
I would not be surprised, especially because I could imagine them going and playing like in the Tuba Christmas at where they went to college. Like if their college has played, like going back to their alma mater to play, and then going to other large ensembles to be part of that. I definitely think that would be something that some people do.
Yeah.
This one, again, they reach out to like all of the surrounding area schools and colleges and things like that. And then again, people travel from states away for this, which is just insanity. But they claim that they are the tuba Christmas capital of the world.
Oh,
yes.
Well, that is a bold claim.
Well,
not one that I am in a position to challenge because I have no idea.
This is the thing. I mean, no other people have attempted to go for the tuba record, and this is also like one of the most long-standing things. Oh, we also learned. I learned why tuba Christmas is a thing. Now,
this is good news.
Yes.
Okay, here we go.
Yes.
This is the kind of news listeners tune in for right here.
Yes. So,
history lessons with Colin.
Yes. In 1974, a guy named, not a guy, okay, a tuba player called Harvey Phillips he was he was the principal tubaist at some school where he was teaching, and he was part of this Philharmonic, whatever. He started Tuba Christmas because his teacher and the person who came before him, William J. Bell, was born on Christmas in like 1900. So William J. Bell like basically was the first virtuoso of the tuba, and was the one who really made the instrument something special and more than just like an oompa thing. One of his students, Harvey Phillips, started Tuba Christmas in 1974 to honor his teacher. And so now all players, like that's their lineage, kind of like reaching back to 1900 to honor William J. Bell.
Oh, well, okay. The William J. Bell Memorial Tuba Christmas. It's a bit of a mouthful, but I think we can work it in.
I will be linking to tubachristmas.com too.
Oh, let's go.
But I had, because they didn't do that last year, where they gave a little bit of history about it.
Thing,
so that was fun. And then there's also history online that you can read through this. But it was pretty neat. Yeah. And so what was also fun was in the audience. So like Bell, 1900 or 1902, whenever, when he was born, then Phillips, and then in the audience, and one of the guys conducting like has direct connection to that guy. So it was like this, just three jumps, all the way back to this thing. So it's kind of neat.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yes. So that's your history that you don't.
Nice.
You're not going to learn that on your big.
Anywhere. Right.
No, that's not what you.
Google won't tell you that. They won't put that on their slides. Their little cards. Okay, gotta come here.
Exactly. Which I know
the internet is alive and well.
Which one more thing.
Okay.
I know how much you love AI. I gave AI our website, and I said, scan this website, and I want you to tell me about the brand of this. And so
nice. Here we go.
Here are the 3 brand values that it picked up.
Oh, perfect.
Okay.
This is a lot of text for it to read through. So it's going to be good.
Okay. This is 3 brand values, and I'll do brand values, brand aesthetic, and brand voice. There you go.
So it ate through our like transcriptions and everything?
It ate through Yeah, all the
Oh, dear.
most recent
Oh, boy.
ones, and then read like our about, which isn't very
Okay.
much, but like it
That's
yeah,
fine.
this
That's
it
fine.
picked up on this and the descriptions of everything. So
Okay.
okay, it said so these are in no particular order, but brand values, continuity, and are sticking to it.
Let's go.
Okay, another brand value was shared enthusiasm, aka nerd mode.
Wow. It's a little harsh, but okay.
Okay, I was like, okay, easy there.
Yeah, easy computer. What the heck?
and then the third one here is professional development and continuing education.
Oh, whoops.
Swing and a miss.
We gotta.
But our brand aesthetic is casual, lighthearted, whimsical, and minimalist. It's like,
there we go. I'm definitely not a minimalist, but
no.
Maybe that's just the website design feature.
I think that's the website design, which
gotta
is
go for the UI, right? It's fine.
Yes, yeah.
Look at that, Colin. We're whimsical.
Whimsical.
Who could have guessed?
I love this.
Whimsy.
And then our brand. Oh my gosh. And then our brand tone, our brand voice is casual, witty, conversational, anecdotal, and self-aware.
I mean, that definitely tracks.
Yes.
Things that make you go,
Yes. There you go. So
all right, there you go. Wow. Judged and
so it's pretty good.
not bad. It's pretty on track.
Yes.
Right, so all right.
Yes, very good.
Interesting.
So, yes. Anyway, what triggered that was I had done that on a lark, and then you had said like, "Where else are you going to learn that?" And I was like, "Oh yes, one of our brand values,
actually,
continuing education."
Yeah.
Obviously,
it didn't pick up the part that we moan about doing those things all the time. But it's fine. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
We'll just strike that one through. We'll put the rest of that on the blur.
Everything else is fine.
Bring.
Yes. Boom. Yes. So there you go.
Nice. All right. Let's see. What chapter did we start with here? You would think that one day, I'm going to remember to put 2 bookmarks in this book. Right? One day, but it is not this.
Where were we on 7? Is that where we were?
Day, right? I will admit, encounter some struggling with wading through whatever the heck Dickens was talking about.
Oh my goodness!
A couple of these chapters, right? 7 was like mostly chapter 7, I think. Right? It was quite just like, guys, come on.
It was. I don't know about this one. I mean, it starts off in a very very sad place, where he can't even read the gravestones of his family.
Yes.
Which is really like that certainly hits you in all the feels of, and he doesn't even understand what's going on, right? Wife of the above, as he thought it was a complimentary reference to my father's exaltation to a better world, and how he's just like, he has no concept of this and their meaning, and he can't even understand what's going on.
Yeah, right. And it's just, it's pretty, he's down, right? So he's trying to work on, he's practicing his alphabet, like his uncle is helping him by yelling math facts at him, I guess. I don't really know. It's not particularly helpful.
Yeah, that was
teacher, but he's giving it a shot. He's like memorizing math things, and but so he's feeling pretty down about this whole thing. But once again, Joe is basically just like, well, you're doing better than me, so I think you're all right.
Oh my goodness. Yes. And that entire conversation between him and Joe was also very like how did your book present the letter that he wrote to Joe?
I did have it. It's written here with like mixed capital and standard notation, like lowercase and uppercase, but there's also letters and what numbers in there.
Yes.
Right. So it's like all phonetically spelled out. Right.
Uh-huh.
Like my dear Joe is MIDEERJO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's it's written out phonetically spelled. This looks like things that I get turned into me sometimes. So like it was fine.
Okay. So you were
not quite this bad. Not quite this bad, but like I get
nice.
I was just like, oh yeah, this tracks. It's fine.
Yes. And he talks about how like excited Joe is for him by this. But then there's this weird transition because we quickly realize Joe can't read either.
No, he cannot.
He can't. And I love it. It says, I had never heard Joe read aloud to any greater extent than this monosyllable. And I had observed at church last Sunday when I accidentally held our prayer book upside down. That seemed to suit his convenience quite as well as if it had been all right. And so Pip is starting to realize that there's a discrepancy here between him and Joe. But Joe's like really enthusiastic for Pip and very excited for Pip through this whole thing, as being a cheerleader about this.
Yes. So like, yeah, he's like, again, it's kind of like this thing where like Pip is upset and sad, and Joe's like, nah, you're pretty good to me. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty uncommon, right? And he has a little thing here where he's talking about like, well, you got to start somewhere. Like, you can't just like start off and be great at it. You got to start here, and then you work up, and then you get better, and it's fine, right? Like, blah blah blah. That's kind of what he's telling him here. But the real kind of insane part is when I can't find it now. When he's talking about, don't let your sister see you doing that, right? She doesn't like an educated person, right?
Yes.
Because basically, Joe was implying that the sister doesn't want you to be educated because you'll be too uppity, right? And you won't, right? You're easier to. She's going to keep you down. Like she wants you to be uneducated so she can keep her foot on you,
yes.
Right? This is totally not a metaphor for anything at all. It's fine.
Well,
right? Like.
I think this is where he said, what did he say? Oh gosh, where he talks about, your sister's given to government. So I think it's a bit more on the nose here than you expect.
Oh yes, I was gonna say I was a bit being a bit obtuse when I was saying,
right.
it's not it's not a metaphor at all. But yeah, she basically says he says, oh yeah, don't do that because otherwise, she wants to be able to control you because she wants to, like, if you learn this for yourself, she can't have control over you.
Yeah.
Right. Which is a metaphor for the Victorian government and potentially the current government here. But
we'll never know.
Allegedly. Wink.
And this comes after Joe has given a very heart-wrenching story as to why he never went to school. Right?
Yeah.
Like, that's the other part, too, of, like, Joe doesn't really have any misgivings about this. It's just very plain to him that he couldn't go, and that's just how it is, and he has a wife that loves him how he is, and it's just that simple to him. But in the middle of it, while he's dictating of, like, this rough childhood that he had and how he couldn't go, and how it was kind of back and forth between his mom and his dad, that even in that, Joe's really proud of what he wanted to put on his dad's headstone. Like, he couldn't afford to have that put in, right? Where he said, whatever you were going to do and things on his part, what is it? Whatsoever the failings on his part, remember, reader, he were that good in his heart. He puts together this little poem for his dad. And it's
he came up with it all by himself.
All by himself.
You're proud of it, right?
Yes.
So
yeah. And he talks about how it just kind of, it was like forging a horseshoe for him to make that. It was just kind of like one beat and getting it out of him. So it's just, I don't know, like, I'm not entirely sure what to do with this dialogue between Joe and Pip in this moment, but you definitely see Joe, like, he really is rooting for Pip to be better and to do more than what he's done. Yes.
Yeah, he definitely is. He's definitely on Pip's side here. He's like his little cheerleader, kind of, So that is here. And then like we have this moment, and then we can hear the cart coming home. Yes, because Mrs. Joe. It's also interesting that we never get her name so far, right? We just like his own sister. We just call her Mrs. Joe, which is kind of weird. Like, she's clearly in charge of everything, but she doesn't even get her own name. Again, awkward. But she goes to town with good old Uncle Pumblechook.
Yes.
Because, being a bachelor and reposing no confidence in his domestic servant, he takes her to market instead so she can just like help him buy stuff for his house.
This is great. Yes. Yeah.
What the heck? It's
Victorian England.
Yes, exactly.
Oh. And her coming home, it was very confusing. And I had to read some things a couple different times to be like, did I misunderstand something? Or is this just a confusing? And I recognize, like, it was written to be confusing, to show the confusion of Joe and Pip.
Pip is confused. And so you, reader, are also confused, right?
Yes.
But yeah, Joe and Pip are just like, huh? Right? Like, what? Like, this whole exchange, like, are you talking about the part where he's like, well, she ain't in that line, and it, blah, 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 that he won't be, Pompeii, and, she knows better. Pip and Joe are just like, who are you talking about? What is going on?
Yes.
What in the world?
Yes. Yep. And he's like, I looked at Joe, my sister catching him in the act, she drew the back of the hand across his nose as his usual conciliary. And then she's like, oh, yeah, he says, what's some individual you mentioned, she? And she goes, and she is a she, I suppose, unless you call Miss Havisham a he, and I doubt even if you would go as far to do that. It's like, oh, okay, now we're getting some context here, because you came in the middle of a conversation. You were still having a conversation, and we had no context.
Yeah. And so this whole thing is very weird, right? This random person wants Pip to go play at her house, right? And that's odd. But Uncle here is like, well, obviously, is the facilitator of this because he knows her in air quotes, right? As we find out
to
later.
Pay her rent.
Yeah.
That's what we find out.
Yeah, the air quotes knows her. Right? Knows of her. And so apparently it has come to pass that she wants a boy to come play at her house, which is a very weird sentence to utter indeed.
Yes. Yes. And I'll also add that during this discourse, we're getting Pip's interjections about running commentary about what's going on, because his sister says, then mention this boy standing prancing here. And then it goes to Pip, which he goes, which I solemnly declare I was not doing.
Yeah.
That happens a few more times, and I just love that little like we get that Pip being
He's like, actually, no.
no, I know that's not what's going on.
It is, there's some pretty little funny parts there. But so we have to, and also this kind of the very end of this scene was also kind of funny because she's like, he's got to go right now. Good Lord, he's a mess. And so she like, with that, she pounced on me like an eagle on a lamb, and my face was squeezed into wooden bowls and sinks, and my head was put under the taps and water bullets, and I was soaked and kneaded and toweled and thumped and harrowed and rasped until I really was quite beside myself.
And then I love the parenthetical here where he ends.
Yes,
I highlighted this. I was like, yes, this is great.
I may here remark that I suppose myself to be better acquainted with any living authority with the ridgy effect of a wedding ring passing unsympathetically over the human countenance.
and I did have a flash to being really young and having Mimi like try and shampoo our hair and using her fingernails in our hair. Where she was, I don't know if she ever did this to you, but when she would okay. She would, I remember very distinctly being younger and her being like, I will wash your hair because you are a boy and you will not wash your hair. And I know that. And so I have to help you with this. Okay. It's fair, Mimi. And her using her fingernails to like grape. And so that was my first thing of like, oh, poor Pip and the wedding ring going back and forth.
I thought about whenever there was at least one time that I remember very distinctly that I was being a smart aleck. I know. Shocking. And she like did that thing where she like whacked you, it's like backhand you like blah. But she hadn't taken her jewelry off yet, and she clocked me like right in the face. It hurt so bad. And she was like, "What are you crying for, big baby?" And I was like, "Jewelry." And she was like, "Oh my god!" Like, you didn't take your ring off yet. It just clonked me right in the face. Oh my gosh, hurt.
Okay, fair. Okay,
that was funny.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But now, anyway, we're getting this weird thing here, and we're just like in the middle of the night. We're just getting rushed off to. We're going to Uncle's house so that we can go to Miss Havisham's in the morning, right? But like, I just like the end. We end on like the questions: why on earth I was going to play in Miss Havisham's, and what on earth was I expected to play at? This is my same question.
Same, Pip.
As well, Pip.
Same.
Like, what the heck?
What is going on?
It's so weird.
Yes.
This week, like I couldn't really become motivated to read the beginning part of it.
Oh, yes.
And then the end was just like the end was bad. I really feel like a lot of these chapters, they like start very slow. And then by the end they're good. But like there's this big like build up and kind of like blah at the beginning. It goes on and on and on and on and on. And then it's fine. Right. But sometimes like getting into them, like it's hard to read in a flow with some of these, like it's very difficult for me to sit down and read like there's like 2 chapters at once. And I mean, maybe potentially this is the part of the side effect of writing these weekly in a periodical, right?
Yep.
Susan also had a theory about this. She's much more a Dickensian scholar than I am. But she was wondering if like the reason some of it feels like overwritten is because you have to remember what you read last week. Right?
Yeah.
So you kind of have to make it like a big deal.
That's
so that it kind of stays with you. And then when you're reading next week, you can remember it. Like it's easier to remember what happened before.
Sure.
Because it is so verbose, right? And like that. That was her take on this, which I found very interesting.
Yeah, basically saying, well, the more that's there, the more likely you are to remember the story at all. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But this one, again, the beginning of this drags because we're with Uncle and we're just going around. And,
Well, and
you
you
know-
immediately see just how boring and dull this is with Pip's interjection of where he says, I wondered whether the flower seeds and bulbs ever wanted of a fine day to break out of those jails and bloom. Basically, here he is commenting how stagnant everything is. And
yeah, because
how
his uncle owns a shop too, right? And so they go to the shop also. And I did like the part where it's like nothing is happening, and he's like, Mr. Pumblechook appeared to conduct his business by looking across the street at the saddler, who appeared to transact his business by keeping his eye on the coachmaker, who appeared to get in on the life by putting his hands in his pockets and contemplating the baker, who in turn folded his arms and stared at the grocer, who stood at his door and yawned at the chemist.
Yep.
The watchmaker, always poring over his little desk with a magnifying glass at his eye, and always inspected by a group of smocked frocks poring over him through the glass of his shop window, seemed to be about the only person on the high street whose trade encouraged his attention.
Again, nobody else is even interested in their own work. They're always wondering what the other people's doing. That's how boring this is.
Peeking out the window, right? It's like the old ladies of the neighbor just keeping watch on everything, Like, but again, that is a very memorable scene that you've set.
Yes.
Is it potentially useful for the story? No, but you are.
Nope. Nope. Because then we go right into, I think this is where he's drilling into him the numbers.
Times table, or whatever. Like, yes, it's so. He just like his arithmetic, right? He just starts yelling at him about, like, vigorously yelling about on my politely bidding him good morning, he said pompously, 7 times 9, boy.
Okay. And he just does that.
Yes, I did like his response though. And how should I be able to answer? Dodged in that way, in a strange place, and on an empty stomach.
Right. I was hungry. Makes sense.
So anyway, so now we're starting for Miss Havisham.
We go. Right? Yes.
And so this is a name that I've heard before, right? Because this is like a famous like character in this book, I guess.
Yes.
Because I've heard the name Miss Havisham before, but I had no context whatsoever to go with the name, right? Just the name. Yeah. And so I really didn't know what to expect, but good gravy, it was not this.
No. This is
this weirdest the weirdest sequence of events I think I've ever read. Ever.
This was so pulling up to the old brick, dismal iron bars. Everything's walled up, like it's basically a fortress at this point, and it's dilapidated. It's falling apart. It was a brewery at some point, right? Like,
it has a brewery attached to it. Like a part of it is a brewery because it's like a big estate thing, right? It's kind of the vibe we're getting here.
Yes,
and so we're it's this big thing, and we learn like kind of through this going on that like people don't actually meet Mrs. Havisham, right? Like she is a recluse, so like you can talk to her, but it's usually by her little servant lady bringing you to the door. Oh, and you just talk through the door at her.
I love this interaction between the girl and Pumblechook. Where he said he went out. So Pip comes in and Pumblechook acts as though he's starting to step into the gate, and the girl screws. Yeah. She goes, "Oh, did you wish to see Miss Havisham?" And he goes, "Well, if Havisham wished to see me," and she goes, "Ah, but she does not."
Yeah, she's like, no,
you see, she don't.
So that was
it's great.
Again, what on earth? And so we're going. This lady, what's her name? Can't remember her name.
Elisa.
Oh yeah.
Who says?
Yeah, is that her name?
Just
one more time to the house. Wait.
Oh, gotta keep going. Hold on.
Anyway, it's got to be on this page. Where's she at? My hand.
It's towards the end. Here we go.
Maybe it is towards the end. Anyway, we'll find it in a minute.
Big through pages. Oh, Estella.
Estella. Right.
Okay.
Estella.
Yeah.
So Estella leads him through the house, and it's just dark, right?
Yes.
Dark. It's no lights anywhere. So she just walks around with a candle.
Uh-huh.
And this is like really freaking Pip out because he can't see where he's going. But he like is scared to follow her. But he also is scared to lag behind because he can't find his way through the house because she has the candle. Right. And she is kind of a jerk to him. Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's really hateful. And it's like looking down on him, like, blah, like, who are you? Why are you here? And we get to the room. And
yeah. Well, they get to the room and she goes, go in. And he goes, after you, miss, trying to be polite.
yeah,
And she goes,
she's like, no.
don't be ridiculous, boy. I'm not going in. And then she just left and she took her candle. So he's standing in this dark hall.
So he had to go in. And we go in and we see we are presented with Miss Haversham, who, she appeared, right? A time has appeared to stop in the room, basically, is what's happening here. So we can make a lot of assumptions about what has occurred here. But basically, this is a woman who is sitting at a table. She's mostly dressed in a white gown, which I assume we can infer is some sort of wedding dress, right?
Yes.
But she is not all the way dressed. Like one shoe is off, one shoe is on. And we basically can infer that in preparation for said wedding, some sort of tragedy has occurred where clearly her dearly beloved died suddenly. And she has just been here in this room, in this time warp ever since. And it is inferred that it is quite a while ago. I know that Victorian England had some weird rules about mourning, but this seems a bit intense.
It does. Well,
she hasn't even gone outside in years, like what she said.
She does say that later. And what's interesting is as he's walking in, he's describing everything that he's seeing at first glance, right? And he sees the gloves and the flowers and the this and the that. And then there's this transition that he says, it was not in the first few moments that I saw all these things, though I saw several more. And then he starts to go describe how everything is off, and particularly off-white, right? Everything is
because it's
yellow,
aged and
faded. Right? And that the bride with the bridal dress had withered like the dress. And now the watch wasn't even correct. And like he's comparing these to bones and skeletons and like old wax ghastly figures that he's like, everything just looks off. And he said, seemed skeleton to me to have dark eyes, looked around, and I should have cried out if I could. And then she speaks to him. And it's just, you're right. Like, it's just saying like everything has stopped and is aged and is just like, and I think that also speaks to what happened here whenever he's painting this picture of the skeletons and of the church and wax and all this stuff. Is like, this is a place of death around him right now.
Yeah, yes. And suspension.
Right? Yeah.
Because it's just like literally time has stopped.
Yes.
Again, a bit on the nose here, but like all the watches and clocks are stopped at the same time, you know? So this is weird. And she just she's taken a fancy and she's bored because she just sits in here all the time. So, fair. But she wanted to watch somebody play a game and play, right? Because she herself apparently is unable to make merry. And so she wants to see somebody play. And he's like, he's just so confused and also, fair.
Weird.
That he doesn't know what to do. Like, he's like, I would want to. He's like, I'm very sorry for you, and I'm very sorry I can't play just now. Like, I just can't do it.
Yep.
Because it's well, he says, if you complain of me, I shall get into trouble with my sister. So I would do it if I could, but it's so new here, so strange, so fine, and melancholy. I stopped fearing. I said, I have said too much, right? But, and she says her response is so new to him, yet so old to me, so strange to him, yet so familiar to me, so melancholy to us both. Bang.
And then
they holler for Estella. Hey, come back.
Estella, come here.
Yeah. So they decide they're going to play cards. Right. And she's like, why when I play cards with him? And she's like, just do it. But he only knows some sort of mysterious game called Beggar My Neighbor, which I don't know what that is. Hopefully it's not like that awful game that Mimi used to play that I lost at every time and I didn't like it all. But this is a family show, so I can't say that name. But
sounds like it probably is, actually.
It might be. I don't know. I don't know how you play that game. Wouldn't be as exciting with two people, but yeah. So she basically like destroys him in this card game because he's
while trash talking him.
Yeah, while trash talking him. And she's very distressed that he calls knaves jacks. This is upsetting her.
Very.
So low class of him. And we get this repeating motif of like his boots are too thick and his hands too rough. And this like very distresses him a lot. Right? Like we'll talk more about that later, but this like sticks with him. Like he's very upset by this. And it's even worse because he thinks that she's really cute and like he doesn't know how to deal with this situation. Right? Because she right when he's talking to Miss Haversham afterwards, he's like whispering to her what he's feeling, and she's like, "You don't say anything to them. You just tell me in my ear." And he says, "I think she's very proud and very pretty and very insulting, and I would like to go home."
And she's like, "Oh, you don't want to see her again, even though she's pretty?" And he's like, "I'm not sure, but I'd like to go home."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not sure that I wouldn't like to see her again, but I should like to go home now."
Yes.
And she's like, "Okay, soon. Play another game." And so they
and in this, you can tell where his direction really is and probably why he's also losing. This is really weird. He's really transfixed by Miss Havisham here because he describes her like prior to this, he describes her sitting there like a corpse. Now he's sitting there like drooped, watchful, brooding. Most likely when all things about her had become transfixed and it looks like she could ever, as if nothing could ever lift her again. She's just like settled in and becomes immobile and there. And it's like just how locked and stopped in time, like even she is trying to be.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very weird. Right. So anyway, they go, they leave. They set an appointment because he's coming back, right? But she's like, I don't use clocks, obviously. So she's just like, come back in 6 days. And he's like, oh, okay. That's fine. Whatever. But again, on the way out, he has to wait. Estella tells him to wait by the door because she's got to go open something or whatever. He said, I took this opportunity of being alone in the courtyard to look at my coarse hands and my common boots. My opinion of these accessories was not favorable. They had never troubled me before, but they troubled me now as vulgar appendages. Yeah. Right? I determined to ask Joe why. He had ever taught me to call these picture cards jacks, which ought to be called knaves. I wish Joe had rather been more genteelly brought up, and that I should have been so too. Right? Like he's now very aware. Like again, he was never really aware of being such a common person before because he had never interacted with anybody outside of his own social class.
Yes.
Right? Really. He's just, hanging out in the little whatever with Joe and Mrs. Joe and the convicts, I guess. I don't know. And so he doesn't have anything to compare himself to. Right? And so he was very content and he was happy. Okay. But now that he has been exposed to and interacted with people of a different social standing than him, now he feels bad about his own. Now he feels self-conscious about himself. This is a story about grilling cheese in the air fryer versus on a stovetop, right?
Right.
This is what's happening. Okay.
Or feeling bad about that you're middle class on an airplane.
Yeah. Right. Like this is, again, right, how things have not changed since 1850, right?
Right.
Like you're just living your life happy, right? You see some crazy, weird, jacked, buff gym bro dude on Instagram. Now you feel bad about yourself. Well, you shouldn't feel bad about yourself because that dude's on steroids. Okay, don't feel bad about yourself.
Right. And then someone comes along and looks at you.
Yeah.
What was this? Looks at you, as if insolently as if I were a dog in disgrace.
Yeah. I was so humiliated, hurt, spurned, offended, angry, sorry. I cannot hit upon the right name for the smart. Right. He also can't put a name to this feeling that he's having, which is vexing him also.
Yes.
Right? He has a feeling, but he doesn't really know what to call it. Right. But if I believe what he might be searching for is inadequate.
Yes. Insecure.
Right? Insecure.
Yes.
Right. So again, interesting how the times they don't change.
No.
Yeah.
No. And and what's interesting here is that he goes and he does cry. He does cry and kick the wall. And then he had this statement where he said, "My sister's bringing up had made me sensitive." Now, that's not what I would have gone to first.
Yeah, from being reared up by hand and all.
Yes. Like, you would think that he would point, like, this is not where he would be pointing to. But what he points to,
I think it may be self-conscious,
self-conscious, or as he phrases it, injustice.
Yeah.
The injustice of what she does to him was unjust and unfair. Every single one of these had no purpose, no meaning. He did nothing wrong, and yet he was still punished. And he's now likening this to what Estella is done. Of he's done nothing wrong. He's been no offense here. And yet he's been made to feel like he needs to be punished for who he is and how he is.
Yeah. So, yeah. Which is, again, it's very weird, right? Very weird. Yeah, and then he has this little moment here, and then they just go home. Or back to Uncle's house, I guess, right?
First off, he plays around.
We're in the yard. Oh, yeah, he's just like, oh, yeah, I forgot about this part.
And like, he's playing around, and he keeps seeing her around too, but they don't interact anymore. And then he has a weird vision.
Yeah, but is she really there? Right? Like, that's the part this part's weird because it's like he sees her, but like, I don't think that's her, but like,
I don't know
what's happening. Like,
because then he thinks he sees a swinging Mrs. Haversham up in the rafters of the brewery, and that's weird too. Like,
that's real weird.
What's that about?
Real
I don't know.
Right? Like,
yes.
Yeah, I don't know. This whole section is real weird. It's like, oh, whoops. Pip is in The Shining for like a page and a half.
We just blipped. We're just in and out real fast, people. Just keep moving. Never mind. Never you mind. He's going to go back.
We're back in the frosty light and the cheerful sky and the people passing beyond the bars with the courtyard gate. So I really have absolutely no idea what that section is supposed to be about. Like, I don't know if this is just like Dickens' weird obsession with ghosts showing up, because he does have a weird obsession with ghosts all the time, right? You know what I mean? So like, I have no idea what this is supposed to be. And when I was reading this, I was just going, what the heck?
What is going on?
Yeah. Like, he just had this like weird like dream sequence where I don't know, like, it was so weird. Like, I'm interested to see again, like, what happens here, because we haven't had this kind of supernatural. We've had playful imagination. We haven't had, did I see a ghost, and like, what is this? But like, very maybe this is just his mental state of like distress is like that makes him imagine these things. Like, because he's chasing Estella, but he like can't catch her, right? Because he says, I saw her walking them at the end of the yard. I don't think she's actually doing this. This seems like a whimsical fun thing. She doesn't seem like a whimsical fun person.
That's true.
So like, I don't think that was her. So he's like envision. It's kind of like he's chasing after her, but he's like so far away and out of her league or whatever. He like can't catch up. And then I don't really know what this Miss Havisham dangling thing is supposed to be about, because that's real weird. I know.
Yeah. It's very odd. And so then you're right. He just like, again, I don't know how this is going to circle back around, but he then leaves and this chapter ends in like the most depressing way, because I set off on the 4-mile walk to our forge, pondering as I went along on all I had seen and deeply revolving that I was a common laboring boy, that my hands were coarse, that my boots were thick, that I had fallen into a despicable habit of calling knaves jacks, obviously, and that I was much more ignorant than I had considered myself last night. So we have just stolen the happy moment that we had with Joe, right?
Yeah, it's gone now, right?
Gone. And generally that I was in a low-lived, bad way. Like, all that stuff torn away from him. This relationship with Joe, because at the end of that, he had these like big welling, these wonderful feelings for Joe. Now he now has misgivings against Joe. He's got questions for Joe. Joe is like, it's torn Joe down from the pillar that he was on, right? Like, because now he's questioning, Joe, why didn't you make me better? When previously he was like, Joe's amazing. He loves me. And now, like, how insidious this whole thing is.
Yeah, it's it's messed up.
Yeah.
And then once again, we have another weird interaction when we reach home.
Oh my gosh!
Because like, he's decided, like, I felt convinced that if I just, because they want to know, like everyone wants to know.
Obviously,
right. So when I say everyone, I mean Mr. Pumblechuck and Mrs. Joe. I felt convinced that if I had described Miss Havisham's as my eyes had seen it, I should not be understood. Not only that, but I felt convinced that Miss Havisham too would not be understood. And although she was perfectly incomprehensible to me, I entertained an impression that there would be something coarse and treacherous in my dragging her as she really was.
Yeah.
To say nothing of Mrs. Stella. So he decides to just like make up stuff. He's just like, we're just gonna wing it, right? And it's really funny too, because Mr. Pumblechuck just like goes along, because it's like, he's like, yeah, I've obviously seen her. I know exactly what she, and then he's like, yeah, that's her to a T.
Absolutely.
Like, which sort of encourages Pip to just like keep laying it on, because he's like, well, he obviously doesn't know either, so I'm just gonna go for it.
Because nobody knows. And he's throwing out like dog's meat eating out of a silver basket of veal cutlets.
She was sitting in a coach inside. Right? Like, eating. Right. They ate in there, and like, it was just.
And they were playing flags and swords.
Yeah.
I love how
he does say a few things like, I thought about saying this, but I thought that might be going a little too far, right? That was
right. Right, because his sister's like, swords? Where'd you get swords from? And he's like, out of a cupboard.
Yeah.
I saw pistols, jams, pills, right?
Yeah.
It was all lit by candles, right? And everyone's like, oh my goodness. And there's just enough truth here too. Like, it's all lit by candles, because then Pumblechook's like, yeah, that's right. That's right. I've seen
it is dark in there.
Dark in there.
Right. I mean, he like, at first he says like, she's a tall, dark lady. And he's she is. And that he is like, all right, well, obviously he's never seen her.
Right.
So that's weird. Oh, the other thing here that I wanted to bring up is like, he was, Pumblechuck starts drilling him on his coinage.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, his conversions, or whatever this is. Yeah.
Yeah, his coin conversions. He's like, how much is 43 pence? And Pip has absolutely no idea. And to be fair, Victorian English currency is quite incomprehensible, right? Like, I don't.
Yes.
Right. Apparently, I looked this up earlier, so I say this here. We have things like pounds, shillings, pence, the sovereign, the sixpence, the half crown, the halfpenny, the farthing. What? Excuse me? Huh?
Yeah.
So like a pound is apparently 20 shillings, which is 240 pence. What? Right? You know, like 1 shilling is 12 pence. Huh? A penny is, you know, like what is going on? This is a guinea is 21 shillings. What? Huh?
This is all
like
it's
a
like
crown
Oklahoma.
is
It's all
5 shillings. Yeah. Half. Okay. So yes, confusingly, a crown, 5 shillings, a half crown, so that would be 2 shillings, 6 pence. What? A florin? There's something called a florin, which is 2 shillings, a 6 pence, 3 pence, right? Like a farthing, which is like a quarter pence. Like what? So the fact that Pip cannot comprehend any of this unit conversion, I totally sympathize because I have never fully understood what on earth they're talking about with it.
Yes, it makes total sense.
I just know that I am 6 pence none the richer. Speaking of obscure references, you're welcome. So again, we're dragging on, and he's just like painting this like fantastical thing that has occurred here, until Joe comes in, and they start telling Joe about what Pip has said.
Yeah,
and now Pip's like, okay, well, I don't feel guilty about lying to Mrs. Joe or Mr. Publisher, but now I feel really super mega guilty about lying to Joe, right?
Yeah.
Like he feels like very guilty and very distressed by this whole thing.
Well, and two, Mrs. Joe and Pumblechook are thinking of like, oh, this is going to take him places. This is going to take him places. And Joe's just like, yeah, maybe he'll get a dog out of this. You know, like this is all just ridiculous and fanciful, isn't it?
That's because it is ridiculous. That's true. That part is accurate.
Yep. Yep. But then he goes and he tries to talk to Joe, doesn't he?
Yeah, he like confesses to him, and he's like, I can't believe, you know. He's like, listen. There's one thing you got to. He's like, Pip. He's like, only one thing you got to remember, namely, lies is lies. However they come, they don't ought to come, and they come from the father of lies and work around to the same. Right. So he's basically saying, look, it just don't lie. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't work. It doesn't help anything. It doesn't make it better. Right. Joe was just like very cut and dry in this whole situation. Like you work hard to tell the truth. Boom, done. End of story.
Well, and what specifically he says here, where he's like, he says, don't tell him no more of him, Pip. That ain't the way to get out of being common. Like he really picks up on that part of this.
The Pip is upset about that, right?
And he says, and as to being common, I don't make it out all clear. He's like, basically, I don't understand what you're talking about. You're uncommon in some things. You're uncommon and small. Like you're an uncommon scholar. Like you are different. You don't. Why is this where you need to be?
Yeah,
you feel inadequate about these things.
Like why are you letting those people determine why you should feel bad? Right.
This coming from, again, like Joe, where it's just like things are plain and straightforward, and Joe is very confident and comfortable with who he is as a person, and he's looking at Pip being like, why are you, like you said, like why are you letting people look down upon you in this way?
Yeah. So and so he feels a little better after that. I think he's like, okay, I got to be just myself, and that's good enough, right? That's basically what he's telling him. It's like, you are good enough. Yourself is good enough, right? It's like that SNL skit thing, right? That like, I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. Right. Gosh darn it, people like me.
People like me. Yep.
That's what it is.
Yeah, and then it ends with just, again, more of a pep talk and encouragement from Joe to Pip.
Yeah. And I do like, I fell asleep recalling what I used to do when I was in Miss Haversham's, as though I had been there weeks or months instead of hours. And though it required an old subject of remembrance instead of one that had risen only that day.
He's like looking back fondly now. Right?
Yeah, looking back at all those many minutes ago when I was there.
Right.
Right. What? Right. We do. This is a important time because this is a big, long, whatever that weird German word was that we talked about for a coming of age story.
Yes.
Right. The end of this chapter, right, is very interesting. Right. That was I like how I can like read a Dickens paragraph, but it's actually just like one sentence. That was a memorable day for me, for it made great changes in me. But it is the same with any life. Imagine one selected day stuck out of it, and then think about how different its course would have been. Pause, you who read this, and think for a moment of the long chain of iron or gold, of thorns or flowers that would never have bound you, but for the formation of the first link on that one memorable day.
Yeah.
Right. Once again, also, I was thinking about like here's Dickens' weird obsession with chains again. Right. I just had to watch A Christmas Carol the other day, so I have very in the mind. Right. We have ghosts, we have chains. Right. We're bound for all time, Scrooge. Right. Like that's what. I forged them link by link and yard by
link in my life.
Right.
Yes.
Like and that's. So we are. Right, this whatever this event was, like this day with all its ups and downs and weirdness and strangeness and Havershams and Estellas and Joes, right? Whatever this is, this apparently is a critical day in the rest of Pip's life.
Yeah,
right. Which is the more of this book. So I'm assuming at some point we're going to like jump ahead somewhere, right? If this is in fact like a whole coming of age story. We've already jumped ahead like randomly like a year in here somewhere. Like, so I'm imagining there's going to be some more like hops maybe.
Yeah.
We'll see. But we'll see. But this apparently, the meeting with Smith Haversham was impactful for a multitude of reasons, I imagine, because it's so odd. And like,
yeah. Well, and I think it mostly got him.
He learned a lot about himself today.
But yeah. Right? Yeah.
But also, it was real odd.
Like, real odd.
What the heck? So bizarre. I don't know.
Yep.
So there you go. There we go. Boom. We'll see what happens.
We will.
Next time. Tune in next time.
Tune in for chapter 10.
The next 10, 11, and 12, I guess. We'll see.
Yes.
What on earth Pip could be getting up to and what could be going on. I'm assuming also, like he said, he's going back to Miss Haversham. So and if this is a pivotal character in his life, I wonder how much more Miss Haversham we're going to get in this story. We shall wait and see. Dun 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 dun. Dun. There you go.
Very nice.
I do have a haiku for you.
Oh,
you are
yes.
ready.
Yes,
I am.
Ready, I am.
Right?
I'm ready to receive.
Inspired by the frozen plains of yesterday. Spade breaks the surface, revealing tales of Earth's past, long hidden from view.
Oh, nice. I like that. Yes.
Let's go.
I like
We do have some fossil action occurring, right? We have to do some more cleaning tomorrow to like double check. But for sure, I've already found a few. So this is good. This is perfect for what we have to talk about in our lesson. So commission accomplished. Kablam. Good to go.
Excellent. Well, I can't wait to hear what becomes of that then. And what else you find. That'll be wonderful.
It'll be good.
Okay.
So,
boom. And on that, we'll end tonight.
All right.
Okay. Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.